What's happening, guys? Back at you with another video. So with the recent release of the season finale of She-Hulk, it's time to give a full season review on what I thought about this series on Disney Plus. So let's go and get to it. So first off, I want to say is really basically with this new series of She-Hulk that was premiering on Disney Plus, I didn't really expect too much out of it. I didn't have like high expectations for the show. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot from the show. I just really expected that, maybe it could be like a fun watch. They basically said it was going to be a sort of law kind of comedy sitcom going on, basically like a 30-minute episodes. We got like 9 episodes, around 30 minutes or so, but we got like 9 episodes. They basically stated in the beginning that it was going to be a sort of law sort of sitcom that we basically are going to be getting for this. So I didn't really set my expectations high, just really wanted to going into the show, watch it, just really expecting maybe just a fun watch, nothing too serious or anything like that. And I gotta say, like, this show, that's basically what I got from the show. Watching this season, watching all these 9 episodes is basically what I got from the show. Wasn't taking itself seriously or anything like that. It was basically just this fun kind of watch, this sitcom that was like 30 minutes long for 9 episodes. Not really expecting much from it. So I had fun watching it. I know there's been a lot of people and mixed reviews and a lot of haters for the show, but I gotta say, me personally, overall, in my opinion, I enjoyed watching this, and I thought it was a nice addition. It's a nice addition to the MCU. Again, this new introduction to this character of She-Hulk, who is Bruce Banner's cousin, Jennifer Walters. So we basically get a sort of origin story of her character, how she becomes She-Hulk and stuff like that. That was basically the first episode, was a quick little origin story for us on how she became She-Hulk officially, and just basically the sitcom went down, basically what's it like in her shoes, what's it like in her life and stuff like that. Just basically what's all that like in a sitcom form. And like I said, I enjoyed it. It was a fun watch. I enjoyed most of the episodes. A couple episodes here and there were better than others. And a couple other episodes seemed like it was just a typical kind of episode. It wasn't really trying to push the needle or anything like that with it, and it just basically was a fun watch. A lot of people say it was filler and stuff like that. Maybe it was, but nonetheless, it was still a fun watch. And seeing some of those episodes and all these other episodes were. Some of these other episodes, of course, were kind of better. There was a couple episodes here and there that were way better than some of the other episodes in the season, which I enjoyed. So going into this season for this new show, there's a lot of haters for it, and it just goes to the male toxicity and fandom toxicity and stuff like that. There's a lot of haters before the show even started, and then a lot of people were like watching the show and hate watching, which is kind of funny. I don't get. There's literally people talking bad about each episode, and they're basically hate watching each episode. And it's like, y'all not understand, by you watching it doesn't matter what you say about the episode afterwards, but by you watching the episode and saying that you hate it each episode you hate it, you hate this episode, you hate this episode, but you keep watching it, that shows Disney Plus and Marvel that's like, oh, people are watching it, we gotta keep putting out some stuff and all that stuff. Like, that's basically what they're getting at. It doesn't matter if you're hate or anything like that. Afterwards, you're basically giving that view, giving that watch and stuff like that, and that's telling them that overall people are going to watch what we put out and stuff. But yeah, so like, if you were literally just hate watching it just to hate watch it, it's like, why? Like, just stop watching. If you don't like it, just stop watching it, move on. You don't have to say anything, just move on to something else. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. But it was interesting to see some of these people and talk about it and hate on it after each episode. It's like, oh, I don't like this, and then I don't like that it's a female-led superhero show, or I don't like that it has a female lead or whatever. It's like, really, that's really your biggest hate about it and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. It was interesting, funny, and kind of weird and stuff like that. Just seeing some of these comments and just stuff that people were saying. I don't know. It was kind of funny on one hand, and it's kind of interesting. and just was like, what are you doing? Like, why watch it then if you're just going to hate on it and stuff like that? But like I said, they hate watching all that stuff like that. But nonetheless, you know, I enjoyed it. Like, if you will, okay, I'll say this: everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I get that. But if you at least watched it, like you weren't complaining about it in the beginning or anything like that, if you at least watched it, checked it out, gave it a chance, and then didn't end up liking it, and you know, I understand that it wasn't for everybody, and at least if you at least gave it a chance, that's good. You know, you got your own opinion on it, you didn't like it, okay, cool. You know, you didn't really hate on it or anything like that either. That's cool. I get that. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But like I was saying, some of these people they were putting some hate on it and stuff like that. But yeah, like I like the character introduction, this new introduction to this character, and basically we got like a quick origin story in the first episode, and basically with the rest of the episodes and the rest of the series was playing out, like we basically get to see the life of Jennifer Walters, her life as She-Hulk and all that stuff, and that's basically what this first season was doing, is showing us her life, showing us what she has to go through and stuff like that. And I think it was funny how they were playing into the toxicity of fandom and men and stuff like that in this series, just playing into that and just showing us like that. Like, see, like my thing is like a lot of men and a lot of people were saying they were getting offended by this stuff like that. It's like I didn't get offended at all from watching this kind of toxicity and stuff like that. It was like, the way I see it is, if you got offended and then you got offended from some of the stuff in this, then that probably means that you are that toxicity. I gotta say, I'm just saying, if you got offended from it, then you probably are that toxicity that's been going around. I'm just saying, because me personally, I didn't get offended or anything like that. I thought it was just some fun banter going on with that. You know, it was interesting to see in the show, just some fun banter going on, and it just shows us what women go through sometimes. It's like there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if we had a show like that, it just shows us what happens like that in the life of She-Hulk, a life of a woman, a life of, you know, just things like that, just stuff they have to go through. And I didn't mind that at all for this series. So, you know, I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was fun to watch. Episodes here and there. Of course, there's a couple episodes better here and there. Definitely, I like that episode 8 and 9. I think those were like the strongest, better episodes of the series and the season overall. I really enjoyed those episodes, especially when we got into like episode 8. We got the return of Matt Murdock and Daredevil. I thought that was a very fun episode to watch. You know, see him come back in that episode and seeing that, and it was great to see him back, you know. And a lot of people were complaining, not a lot, I won't say a lot, you know, because a lot of people did enjoy the episode and did enjoy seeing Matt Murdock and Daredevil come back, but there was a couple of people who were saying like, oh, he's too comedic, or he's just playing for the She-Hulk episode or whatever. I don't know, some stuff like that. I was like, you know, I get it, you know, I guess, whatever. But honestly, it was a great addition to see Matt Murdock and Daredevil come back for that episode. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy that episode. It was a lot of fun to watch. See them team up too, and also that was a lot of fun. And then we got to the season finale, and I gotta say, the season finale, I did not expect what they did. Like what they did for that episode, I did not expect them to do that. Like, one thing about the character of She-Hulk, if y'all don't know, is that she's a character that breaks the fourth wall. And this is before Deadpool too. She's a character that broke the fourth wall before Deadpool even did it. So it was like interesting she does it in the series, where she would kind of turn to the camera and talk to the camera, like basically talk to the audience and stuff like that, breaking the fourth wall, you know, stuff like that, which I thought was a lot of fun. You know, I thought it was a lot of fun getting this character who breaks the fourth wall, turns to the camera, talks to the audience and all that stuff. That was a lot of fun watching that throughout the series. But the thing they did with the episode 9, that was crazy. I gotta say, that was a crazy season finale. A big break of the fourth wall. I did not expect that. I did not expect that episode. What they were doing with that episode, I did not expect that coming. I didn't see that coming. But I had a lot of fun. And also, too, of course, people went and hate on the season finale episode and stuff like that. And I was like, it's kind of like questioning, there was this thing going around. It's like, really, you hate the season finale episode. But I bet you if Deadpool did that same exact episode, you probably wouldn't hate it at all. So it really just goes to that kind of toxicity of the fandom and stuff like that. It's like, I bet you if Deadpool did that same exact episode, you wouldn't have hated it at all. But the fact that it's She-Hulk, you hate it. But I don't necessarily get it, but nonetheless, I thought the finale was great. Finale, one of the best episodes of the season of the series. I thought, in my opinion, I absolutely loved what they did with the whole huge fourth wall break. And I'm getting into spoilers here. With the whole huge fourth wall break, where she just basically was like saying, what is this jumbled mess of a finale? And it kind of gives precedent to other Marvel series, other Marvel shows. A lot of people have been saying that when it comes to Marvel shows and their finales, a lot of finales don't really hit. It's really a hit or miss on the season finales. But whenever it came to this season finale, what they were doing, she basically was questioning, what is this jumbled mess in the beginning, stuff like that. And she's like saying, I got to fix this and all that stuff. So she basically, like, I thought, like, for a second, I thought I pushed something on my remote or something, because it literally went to the Disney Plus home screen. And it was like, did I push something or anything? But no, it turns out it was just all part of the fourth wall break, where she went to the Disney home screen and she was looking around and she's like, she saw one of the documentary series and she pushed through that little tile and she comes to find out that she actually appears onto the Disney lot. The actual Disney lot, a lot of people are saying that's the actual Disney lot that they use that they're filming on. And so she goes through that. She's looking around for the She-Hulk writers room. She comes across it and you can see all of the actual writers. That's where the actual She-Hulk writers in that room, and they were talking about how to do this series, how to do the finale and stuff like that. And she just walks in and she's like, what are y'all doing? Like, what is this finale? Like, what is all this mess and stuff like that? And then that's when she's like saying, I'm going to go talk to Kevin Feige. So we get her to go talk to Kevin Feige, and, you know, she goes to the Marvel building and, you know, they're making her sign an NDA. So she can't really talk about anything she's seen or anything she does and stuff like that. So we basically see her, she kind of signs it, and then, you know, they try to stop her and stuff like that from going in, but she, of course, takes down security and all that stuff like that. And then it comes to, like, she comes into this room, and it turns out Kevin Feige is not an actual person. It turns out Kevin is just an AI form robot, kind of, and he just does algorithms and stuff like that to make the movies, make the Marvel stuff, and come up with stuff like that. And she was basically going on in her finale like, it's a mess, I need to change this finale and stuff like that. It was like, what do you have in mind? And she was like telling him stuff, and I thought it was just a fun interaction between She-Hulk and the Kevin AI. First off, it was funny to see that Kevin was just an AI. Like, I literally thought that they were going to use the real Kevin Feige for a second. And we were going to actually see Kevin Feige in the MCU as himself or whatever. And, like, just using the Kevin AI, I thought that was hilarious. I laughed at that. And so she basically was telling him, you know, this is a jumbled mess of a finale. I need to rewrite some stuff and all that stuff. And he's like, hey, what do you have in mind? And she just goes through her list and stuff like that. And I thought the interaction between them was honestly pretty good. And I thought it was a hilarious interaction between them. She talks about some stuff, and she talks about the MCU, how it's been like sort of cookie cutter and formulaic and stuff like that with different stuff. And she brings up, so when are we getting the X-Men and all that? And there's this one part too where she was where Kevin's like saying, oh, can you not change or like go back to regular, can you do it off camera, because the effects team and CGI team has gone on to another project, so just do all that off camera. And I thought that was, wow, they really did that. They really led into that, telling her to do stuff off camera, because the CGI and effects team went on to another Marvel project. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was funny how they were doing that. And honestly, this episode was so funny, and the finale episode was so funny. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much. I was laughing and all that stuff. And then we finally get to the end. They're having a sort of Fast and Furious family style picnic in the end. And then Hulk comes back. Bruce comes back from Sakaar. And he's like saying, oh, I want all y'all to meet somebody. And we get the reveal, the drop that he brought back his son, Scar. And wow. The people went off. The internet went off on, and social media went off on like his hairline, like what they do. They fucked it up or something. I don't know. It was something, but nonetheless, I wasn't really paying attention to that. But we get the reveal in the drop that Bruce brought back his son Scar. For those of y'all familiar with the comics and stuff like that, Bruce and Hulk has a son named Scar who was on Sakaar, basically, and he has him. So now we officially got Scar in the MCU. It's going to be interesting to see what they do for the future, like what this character is going to bring in the future. I'm definitely interested in seeing what they do. There's been a lot of rumors and speculation that we're going to be getting a World War Hulk movie. I kind of wish that we will. I kind of hoping that we will get a Hulk movie. I just want a Hulk movie in general where he rages out and stuff like that. Kind of go back to that Hulk that we used to get and all that. I kind of just want to see a movie of that. But I don't know. We'll see what they do with this character of Scar in the future, the MCU, and just see what they do with the Hulk movie, if it's coming out or not. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. But like I was saying, I enjoyed the series overall. I thought it was a fun watch. Like I said, I didn't have high expectations for it going in the beginning. Just wanted to, have a show, kick back, watch it, have some fun watching it. That's exactly what I got from this series. It's been getting a lot of hate. It's actually been rated one of the lowest rated Marvel shows. But it's like, I don't really care if it's low rated. Like, I know what I saw. I know what I enjoyed about it. Like I said, like, I enjoyed, it was a show that I was able to just kick back, turn on TV, and watch it and have some fun with it. That's all I was expecting to do it. I wasn't expecting high implications for it. I wasn't expecting an Avengers level kind of epic movie or show or anything like that with it. No, I wasn't expecting any of that. I had my expectations low for the show, where it was like, the only thing I want to do, my expectation, not the only thing, but like my expectations was, give me something fun to watch. That's all I was asking for, and that's what they did with this series, in my opinion. It was a fun watch. I enjoyed watching it and seeing each episode each week and checking it out. And again, this new character in the MCU of She-Hulk, definitely going to be interested in seeing what happens in the future for her and where do we see her next. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the show overall. That's all it is to it. But let me know down in the comments below if you enjoyed this series, or if you didn't, let me know your thoughts on it. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope y'all all enjoyed it. Remember, if you want to be a part of Team Legendary, all you got to do is subscribe and turn notifications on so you know when I post another video. Hope you all have an awesome day. And remember, be legendary.